Hello, everyone. How y'all doing? Welcome to the Smoke Show. Uh, the show it hasn't been around for a couple weeks, but I'm back. This is Kev, and this is BMBBH as usual. And let's get to it. Shout out to the members of the channel. You guys always matter to me. You give me your support month after month. Um, so let me see if I can get to that list. There you go. We got Greg, Aaron P, Phil Brad, Mordecus, Indigo Flow, D Rock Den, American Negro News, Very Little, Yumcha 11, Black Pearl, Revelator, The Spirit of Variance, The Builder's Table, Blacklight Revelations 2, Detroit 313, and a Sower of Seed. Thank you indeed for being around month to month to support the channel as well as the moderators, the live chat, who is a dedicated audience themselves. We got Phil Brad in the building, got Chaos Rain Show, Revelator, the Spirit of Variance here. Salute to you as well. Carlton Way 1 was good, and Marcus Romero Productions. MRP, what's going on? Okay, so all right, so anybody that I missed out on, I do apologize. I didn't mean to, but you know that you, my heart is with you. So yeah, so it's a great thing to be able to come to you guys and to broadcast and to give you my thoughts on certain issues and see if we can draw it out for an hour or two. Y'all know how it is. So hey, so good to see everyone. Hope everyone's been having great, productive lives. Uh, that's always good. So let me start some. Let's see, guess I'll do this one. All right, so so let me go ahead and throw a little disclaimer out there. Um, uh, Although I am the one that does advocate for black men to not have to throw disclaimers and to stop explaining ourselves and being somewhat apologetic for what we're about to say. So I want you guys to understand, for those who are watching, that I do try to make this a platform for black men to express ourselves freely and, free of some of the unjust scrutiny that black men receive. Not to say that, we're just perfect and we don't deserve any of it, because there are a few of us that, might need to put under a microscope. That's just what it is at the end of the day. But there is some that is unjust and, uncalled for at times. But since we've been dealing with this for a while, um, there's a mentality that, we should be used to it, and you can take this as a good or a bad thing. And according to, you know, the opinion of some, just maybe it garners a response. So take that how you want. But the man in this picture right here is Lakeith Stanfield. Okay, so I'm just gonna put it out here that he is married and he has a child. So I'm gonna put that out here first. He's also a Hollywood actor, which, I mean, as of late, for people who are in the entertainment industry, raising a few questions here and there about what exactly goes on with that lifestyle. But I will say this, and this is for those of you who watch programs like these and act like it's a bad thing to talk about the celebrity or worry about what a celebrity is doing with themselves. And they often say stuff like if you worried about someone else, I mean your life instead of someone else's, as in reference to the celebrity, then we shouldn't be talking about it. The world would be a better place if we worried about ourselves. But it's it it matters when they try to cross over to us. So uh and try to cross over into our world. That's when it starts to matter. And just we see as far as the mainstream media where the narrative has always gone and where it's being pushed. And I don't know. I just think it just calls for attention. And I'm going to show you another image, but I don't want you guys to believe that I am somehow angry with Lakeith Stanfield. I'm just so pissed and all sensitive, and I'm a hit dog, and I'm hollering all over the place. I just think that this is worth pointing out because um you know something maybe needs to be said by someone, because it does seem to me like we are, as black men, a target. And when it's a sister doing it, I mean, it's not that surprising. But when a brother does it, then it's just like, okay, bro, what kind of shit you on? And it should be addressed. I mean, no attack to the guy. So like I said, Lakeith Stanfield is a black man. He's a successful black man, you know, which means that he's seen the money for what he has accomplished on his side of the entertainment spectrum. He's married, he has a child. So we, as black men, should be happy for him. Congratulations to him, his wife, and his child. We should be happy for him. But like I said, when it crosses over into our world, then there's somebody that should respond. You know what? Hey, I got a little time. Say, per se. So, anyway, you may recognize such images such as this right here. This is him from the movie Get Out. Now, for those of you who watched Jordan Peele film Get Out, you would understand why he has such a horrified look on his face. But I'm not going to sit here and talk about the film Get Out. Also, uh, he has a role in one of my favorite films ever on Netflix. I mean, for real, like I would say that this is probably The Harder They Fall is probably in my top, I would say 15, 20 at least of my favorite films of all time. And that's an elite list according to Kevin. I mean, I thought he did pretty good. I thought every actor, including Jonathan Majors and Regina King, I thought they all did great in this film. Yeah. So let's give the brother his props. Yeah, just I mean, I first seen him in the show Atlanta. So Atlanta, which also stars Donald Glover and Brian Tyree Henry. If you don't know who Brian Tyree Henry is, let's see. I hate to just throw this example out, but he was in this Marvel movie called Eternals. He was the black one. Yeah, and then Disney was on that BS with this movie, so they made your boy the alphabet. He was also in those Godzilla versus Kong films. But we're not talking about him. We're talking about Lakeith Stanfield. The reason why I'm talking about him, because if you're familiar with my channel and you go to the community tab, I posted this image right here. All right, so just want to throw a couple things out there. I know exactly what he was saying, but he said it wrong. He said it wrong. He should have stated, just to correct him, the successful actor, Lakeith Stanfield. If you talk down on black women in your podcast, fuck you. That's what he should have said. What he's trying to suggest is if you talk down on black women, fuck your podcast. As to suggest that only men who talk down on black women have podcasts. But anyway, let's get to the heart of the matter here. Here's my thing about that. If you're going to say something about, you need to explain yourself. And, not have somebody write it down for you or, just get one side of the story. It's like, when I saw this and, the Shade Room, that's worth mentioning as well. The Shade Room is a haven for feminists, which that's a pun on the word feminist. Black feminists all over the place. Simps, cucked out men. I would say weak men. It's a haven for them. It's just the significant thing that I remember about ever visiting the Shade Room was how they dragged Michael B. Jordan when, that rumor was out that he had a boat party and he wasn't letting black women on the party, only white women, which I don't believe was ever true. So the Shade Room dragged him pretty good for that. But, Malaya Obama dates a white man and, they had such spirited, positive energy for that. So that gave me an idea of what kind of publication the Shade Room is. Plus, I can't prove this, but the Shade Room has a lot to say about, Facebook groups run by a black man. They didn't have too much to say, but they, from what I heard, they gave it a mention. Toxic masculinity, misogyny, and all this other stuff. So when you are of notoriety and you have the chance to use your voice, he uses his voice for this. So somebody has to say something, or nobody has to say anything. I see a lot of, mud getting thrown the way of black men who own podcasts, who have podcasts. And I'm not going to pretend like there aren't podcasts that exist that, by black men that do often have B-dubs as the subject matter. That does happen, whether it's for an educational, informative, thing or a viral moment or just, to, I don't know. What are those two words y'all like to use? Female nature. Examine female nature. Which is you'll be here all fucking day and all fucking night trying to do that. So there's other things that you have to focus on, like, say for instance, breathing and, stuff like that. Having a pot to piss in. So good luck. But nobody, I don't complain about stuff like that. I'm not going to stop you from whatever you feel you need to do. So, I'm just saying, but why would Lakeith Stanfield be concerned about podcast? Who is he listening to? What did he hear to make him even say this to a publication that is written with simps and misandrist and feminist and weak, broken men who are afraid of women? There's no, if you are a man, there's no need for you to be afraid of a woman's words or a woman's thoughts. Just calm that shit down and, take a couple of deep breaths and, stand up and shit. Stick your chest out a little bit. I ain't saying that you got to intimidate anyone or, which is pretty weak to intimidate I would say to intimidate a woman that it doesn't deserve it. I'll say that doesn't deserve it, which is still a strong statement. How's she gonna deserve it? Just think. But I would just, if I were speaking with Mr. Stansfield, I would want to know, where is he getting his information from? Are we referring, or is this one of these little sneaks into referring to the late KS? I mean, what is it? Where is it the mainstream media talking point of, the black men with the podcast are anti black vote, or, anti-democrat or radical right-wing conservative? That talking point is in the mainstream media right now, and it's being used for election season. Urban Lounge Podcast, what's good? Buddy is a sus beta. Sus Illuminati. Hey, I haven't even gotten to that part yet, because I'm gonna show y'all the images. I was like, what? Yeah, and then somebody's gonna be asking me, Kev, what are you doing with those pictures? I mean, you have to show them. I mean, they're out there. I mean, why don't y'all do something for me? And it's mostly because I did it, so I want someone else to see it. Google Lakeith Stanfield and address. Now, like I said, I did put it out there. He is married and he has a kid. But y'all be like, a lot of people be like, what that mean in 2020? 2024. So is Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union. And then, we know what happens with celebrity kids. This is becoming quite the trend. Ask Marlon Wayans. But all right, let's get back to it. Okay. So, yeah. So basically, what I believe, what it boils down to, and I'm just trying to just keep it in the framing. It's a Yo Mama Black. I'm gonna say this is the infallible group of people that you can't say anything about, and it doesn't come from a position of power. It doesn't. I mean, people will more so listen to and take into account their shame, but what they don't take into account, these people, is that they belong to the same group of people. Not saying that there should be some loyalty there, but this is how they try to put it. Did you ever do they ever, for Dragon Black Men, do we ever get called any kind of coon or sellout? Just for Dragon Black Men. Because see, we're mad at people like Tashina Arnold for saying, Tashina Arnold, Pam from Martin, who she's famously played, for saying that, we just try to drag black, we just look for the first opportunity to drag other black people down. And this was kind of being said in reference to black men being caught up in the media. And there are some people out there that are saying that, by her saying that she's enabling, unsavory characters like Diddy. but we she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth, and like I've already stated, if Diddy is guilty of anything, you know, if he's guilty of anything, he should be punished. But if it's just, I mean, the sexual stuff, that's something that you can't be really guilty of. It's not illegal to be sexual, unless it does cross over into breaking the law. And if you broke the law, hey, he has to pay for it. But to add it in, we got guys like Lakeith Stanfield saying "fuck your podcast." Is the podcast? I did a show about this weeks ago about podcasts. In fact, it might even be a few months. Yeah, it was a few months ago. It was about how this narrative was gaining momentum, and it's here. It's here. So we'll just see how this election turns out. It's all I'm saying is if the election goes a certain way, it's going to be turned up in 2025. I'm just saying it right now. You're going to see all kinds of dudes like this. So you got a bunch of B-dubs and, saying that this is a masculine man. This is a brother. This is a real man for saying this stuff. For being unapologetic in his assertion about podcasts. And he didn't exactly say it like it was podcast by black men. But if it were white man podcast talking down on black women, literally, it would be a big fucking issue. It would. I mean, there are some that can slip through the cracks now. I mean, but they're kind of like racist, white wing, conservative, isolated spots that no one gives a fuck about, because there's this whole image of the domineering society or whatever the fuck y'all want to call that shit. I don't think it's dominating. I think you just let them do it. But I mean, but them fuckers don't care about y'all for real. But what I'm saying is, I don't believe it's any other ethnic group, because then if it is, the information should be all over the place, and why wouldn't we pay attention to something like that? But it's been like a whole gaggle of black men coming out like Lakeith Stanfield. I mean, I would even put him in the group with people like Roland Martin. This is not facts, but just my opinion. I believe his wife saw a red pill content creator on YouTube. She showed it to him. He just sent out for his wife. No, he actually said he actually said something to the effect a long time ago. He told this story. It wasn't even a long time ago. I would say it was about 3 or 4 years ago. Like, he said that he was talking to a brother. The brother had issues with black women, and he just said, "No, bro, don't be talking about black women around me." I don't know where he was. It was Breakfast Club or somewhere. But it made its rounds on social media, and B-dubs posting it, throwing it up in black men's face like they are innocent and pure as the driven snow, and they don't ever say anything. We know the routine. We know the routine. Yeah, and you did say this is not facts. It's just your opinion. But hey, I mean, stuff. The word is out. There are black men who do have this rabid concern about or what some would call fake outrage. But if you're presenting some form of evidence as to what's really going on, I think what you talk about is valid. I mean, talking about it repeatedly might be, cause for concern, but hey, we're supposed to have this thing called freedom of speech. Lakeith was always the weird one on the show Atlanta. So yeah, well, yeah, he was kind of the reserved brother, but we knew he could act his ass off. I mean, he can. He's a hell of an actor. Let's give him his props on that. But he's one of those people that got absorbed by that culture. You know, he does what the fuck, you know, he goes where that current goes. And what I mean by that current, this right here. You know, is no way to explain that a masculine brother, if you're gonna call him a masculine man for saying fuck your podcast, and like I said, this is not an attack on him. It's not an attack on him, but there's no way you're gonna say some type of masculine man. That this is a stand up brother if he going around dressing like this. Because there's this logic that comes from the side that plays innocent and tells people like Lakeith Stanfield that there's a legion of black men with podcasts that just talk down on black women. And we know what talk down means. Accountability, you know, stating facts, anything that makes them uncomfortable, you know, and I believe is outside of anything outside of saying that they're gods, that they're perfect. You know, any criticism, anything you might have seen. Like, you know, one time I went into this wing spot and I saw a pregnant girl try to jump over the counter and fight the cashier. This is this is facts. I'm not making this up for the sake of making a certain group of people look bad. I would just say that that's kind of messed up, you know, to see a girl not care about the health of her child to get in a fist fight with the cashier, trying to jump over the counter, not even go around the counter where there was a clear opening. But according to Lakeith Stanfield, fuck this podcast because I said that. Who are we sticking up for, man? When you say that, it's not the elite beautiful nah, don't say broadcast, that's a hateful term. Elite beautiful class of women that you see on Instagram, perhaps. I don't think brothers are talking about them. You know, they're too busy thirsting. I know I've seen a couple of pages, but you know, it seems as if there's a group of people that's keeping shit stirred up. Revelator Spirit of Variance says Stanfield is compromised. He's going to do whatever his wife in Hollywood tell him to do. Those pictures obviously tell another story. Why would anyone agree? Like what to say I live in my truth, so I will wear clothes like this, or you know, it's one of those strange stories about one of those. Maybe he went to the Diddy party as like a understudy of some type, and then next thing you know, he got the role in Atlanta. I mean, just this is edutainment. I mean, I'm just speculating. This is not fact. You know, and then, you know, I just got through stop talking about Tashina Arnold. Do these celebrities really think that we be listening to what they say? Sonny's Hot Raw. A lot of the reason why things are problematic is because that our people are programmed by what is said in the media. Wherever the current flows. That's why you got the rap, what I like to call the rabid, the rabid Democratic mentality. It's pretty rabid. It's like if you get bit by a rabid dog, like Cujo come in your yard and bite you, but you don't get rabies. You get this strong sense to vote Democrat for no fucking reason. It's present in a lot of people. and they understand that the mainstream media can push any message they want upon the masses of people. So yes, people do listen to celebrities. They let celebrity pick out their wardrobes for them, decide the music they listen to, the movies they're gonna see, the TV shows they're gonna watch. And then when they try to virtue signal, especially like the white ones, sitting up there talking about racism is bad. Yeah, we as black folks, we hop all over that shit. So, but obviously Stansfield is capable for Black Elite. Yeah, yeah. He want to interview with Oprah. He want a positive interview with Gayle King. He want to wear one of those weird suits and have his legs crossed and say words like "yes." He uses words like that during the interview. So that's what he want. I mean, it's an understudy. Yeah, an understudy. As an understudy. What up, Rob? Got some radiation in the chat, everyone. We got Black Light Revelations too. He says, "What's good, Kev?" I said before, I'm saying again, simping is a form of game. These cats don't believe what they say. This is called compliance for access, no more, no less. Yeah, I mean, if you want to stay in good with the right people, if that's what you're trying to say, which is kind of another way of saying this right here. Yeah, in order to keep that access, he got to do whatever Hollywood and his wife tell him to do. Because it's like, as fucked up as it sounds, if he were to kind of try to break free from those shackles, his wife could say something to the media like, "Oh, he's an angry man. He yells at me. He emotionally abuses." And then the only word that people will hear is abuses. And then his career be over, like Jonathan Majors, who was in that movie The Harder They Fall. I mean, shoot, it's fucked up for a brother out here. So he out here doing this shit right here. You will go out here and wear these clothes, boy. Some people say these dudes are feminine. That may be the case, but I think a lot of these dudes saw their dad ruined by their mom their entire life. Yeah. What you talking about? The emasculation? Their mom, they watch their moms emasculate their dads. Maybe. Shit. D.L. Hughley is a case that's like that. Like he talked about how his mom really mistreated his dad. And for people like D.L. Hughley to not understand where some of these and I use these words very loosely, red pill content creators come from. He act like he can't understand that when he had a horrible mother, but that sinks him more into shame. First of all, he's Hollywood, so he if he isn't a gatekeeper, he kisses the ass of the gatekeeper. Someone who would have the gall and the audacity to attack Janet Jackson. I mean, based on her opinion about Kamala Harris, who, if I'm not mistaken, tried to go at Michael Jackson, her brother. If I'm not mistaken. Don't take that as fact. You can do the research for yourself. And then you can check me in the comment section. Kevin, timestamp. You're wrong. I'm good with that. Shoot. D.L. Hughley wants to crack a joke. And it just seems like they be so mesmerized. My dad. I went and visited my dad yesterday. Good. My dad, look, some of us, at the ages that we are lucky to have our fathers in our lives. For those of us who had our fathers in our lives, my father is still there. So take the family to go visit. And I mean, like when I spoke with him, you knew it was election season, you know. But the thing is, he went back to his staunch Democrat ways. I mean, Trump is a supervillain. I mean, boy, I mean, don't even suggest that you might be questioning the Democrats for any reason because it's Trump to Trump, Trump to Trump, Trump, Trump to Trump, Trump. It's you know it's definitive. The fear of Trump, the Trump there, and I mean, like I love my pops. I'm not gonna disrespect him. I do understand the older crowd. I mean, they are going to do whatever the old ways are. So it's when us younger people, when we start to dominate which we really do already. I mean, it we can make those decisions for ourselves, but I mean, it's got people like that. It's got people like that. So, yeah. See, Blue Marvel 9 was good. Peace and many bless. All right. Well, yeah. What's going on? Said I was raised by a feminine mother and a masculine uncle. Oh, so is your mother and your uncle. Uh, yeah. Well, I got a lot of them already. Yeah, I got a lot of wrenches. Yeah, yeah. It's I'll think about it. I'll say that. I mean, it's all good. What's up, Andre? Andre 420 in the building. Yeah. So, just for people, maybe joining, just catching up, just kind of taking a look at this right here and how there is always going to be scrutiny upon the freedom of speech of a black man, and it is not a meaningful scrutiny. I would say let's get the word out right now before it becomes a meaningful scrutiny because there have been terms thrown around this space before, like FBI, which I believe is ridiculous. I mean, shit. I'm not telling y'all to perpetrate any type of harmful act on anyone. Hey, shit. It's all good. It's all to the good, Blue Marvel 9. But the talk, I mean, nobody. I just want to know. I mean, this is a smoke show, so if there's somebody out there that's like, "Oh, y'all just mad at this man. Oh, why y'all so sensitive?" Blah blah blah. If there's somebody that want to come up and tell me that that's what I'm doing, then hey, you're welcome to. You'll find me to be a very different content creator. Dudes like this go violently wild when they deal with direct rejection from women and are more violent and toxic than the men they claim to have in it. Yeah, that is absolutely correct. Yet these dudes don't realize they get thrown in the same box with dudes they trying to so-called hold accountable. As a dad with a daughter, I would not want my daughter to end up with a simp. And I wouldn't. I would. Now, I'm talking about the literal definition of simp because that there's so much fake shit that goes into being that kind of guy. And let's get it straight. I'm not talking about men who love women. Okay. That's not a simp. A woman will be calling for help and defense from a dude like this when he gets blue pill rages than they will from any other man. Yeah, they call for his help because they can't disprove the motherfucker they're mad with. So what they do is use guys like this guys like this as a subterfuge to the convo. Anybody making any kind of point, all you got to do is say they hate women, and no one cares about what the guy's actually saying. No one cares, including this guy right here. Blue pill crash out. Here's an abuse of a woman or a man dead. Yeah, yeah. What else are those guys besides blue pill? I would liken that to the guys I used to see in the club getting in fights with other dudes because of a woman. I mean, I can understand if it's your like direct girlfriend, and that could be any amount of stupid, but I mean, but just some random girl that you bought a drink for and you want to get in a fight because of that, yeah, that's blue pilled simp rage. Shoot. Then when she want to go out with her friends and decide she don't want to take it anymore, or she decides she wants to become a feminist for 2 seconds and run off at the mouth, because you gave her that impression, simp. You want to smack her across the fucking face. Shoot. I don't know if Lakeith Stanfield is on that kind of time or anything like that. So, like I said, this is edutainment. Take it with a grain of salt. But I understand what Rob is saying. Shoot, I understand. I have concerns. When my daughter gets old enough to date, God willing, I make it. You know what I'm saying? You never know. It can't happen. Shoot. If she bring her a little dude talking about that's her little boyfriend right there, we going to the movie and he starts saying all this simp shit like, oh, I promise to protect and love the sister and all this other shit. Then this thing is gonna just come out of me. The stuff that I talk about here all the time. Yes, it'll be a very interesting combo. I'll say that. Shoot. I hope he'll come through dressed like this. I'm like, hell no. He's living his truth, Dad. I don't give a fuck. Man. Shoot. Let me talk about some. Let me shift this convo a little bit. Because this is exactly, I don't know, at an early age. I don't say early age. When I say early age, in compared to how old I am now, I'm talking about like 17, 18, maybe even 15 or 16. I stopped caring about making my mother upset about the opinion. So, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm not a YouTube influenced guy. I don't even fancy myself an influencer. I just fancy myself a guy that people listen to. However you take the info or the rant that I'm doing right now, however you take it, hey, I'm good with that. So authentic masculinity yang is always in balance, harmony, and oneness with true femininity. Yin and yang. Yeah, I believe in balance. I believe having a balance of oneself. I don't like to refer to any part of me as feminine. I would say restrained. There are some restrained parts of me. And the restrain is enough to keep the unrestrained at bay. How that is accomplished, common sense. Anyway, that isn't interesting when they say that black women forget that their daddies are black men. Well, that's just like a slick answer to your mama black, and yeah, that is true. They forget that they have black fathers, but that, and some will try to get caught up in saying that they'll use their fathers to as an object for you know or evidence as to why they don't hate black men, although they say a lot about us, which we should be used to. Yeah, it just still kind of. So anyway, all right. So yeah, I had some screenshots, was gonna do this part of the show called "Don't Fall for the Okie Doke." All right, so we recognize these two, right? Cause yeah, you recognize these two, right? There's a person that can get you off your game in that picture, and then there's Glorilla. Glorilla, popular rapper. I ain't gonna lie, a couple of her songs, I catch myself bopping my head to it. Don't ask how these songs come across my uh. It's not a playlist. I be listening to the radio, you know. But I don't know, when she posts on the internet, it just like you have to understand and you have to recognize contradictions, and that's why there are a lot of men out there that say that you should not respond to such shenanigans. I just want black men to be mentally prepared for when they see such shenanigans in play. So here's what I'm talking about. I got a couple of screenshots for you guys. You'll drive yourself crazy. That's why I say you drive yourself crazy trying to figure women out. It does. Some of the shit they come up with doesn't make sense because it's not supposed to. So for you to try to make sense of it is to play into their hands. And that's when things like your masculinity start getting questioned, whether you give a fuck about that or not. Because I'm one of those guys that personally do not give a fuck. But sometimes you just rather not go through the grief. So, how did that get in there? Let me go back to that. Okay, there we go. All right, so just to let you know where some of their heads are at in a media that Lakeith Stanfield is a part of, which means that if we criticize Glorilla's thought process here, then we are a podcast that puts down black women, that talks down on black women. So she says okay, grammatically incorrect. It's some about being a nigga piece that just don't sit right with me. Yeah, this is a woman that did a video, I believe, on Instagram. That she was, telling young ladies that, be toxic in your 20s, be toxic while you're young. So, Son is Hot Raw's point earlier. No, you shouldn't listen to celebrities. That's one thing. And number two, she's gonna push stupidity because she's a part of, like I said, a part of the same media that Lakeith Stanfield is a part of. But I'm not gonna also pretend like there are many that are in the sisterhood, that's in the feminist wing of things, that don't think the same way. That black men in particular, do not deserve peace. But showing you what a massive contradiction women can be sometimes, if you want to regard this as a woman, because some would regard her as sort of a hood rat. She calls herself Glorilla. Think about that for a second. A black person calling themselves something like a primate. And, the second someone suggests a black person looks like a monkey, it's racist stuff going on. So observing this next screenshot. As a man. All right. That's my favorite, one of my favorite phrases to come out of a non-man's mouth. And sometimes these guys can be male too. A non-man's mouth is as a man. As a man, why is your mouth smart? So I guess having a smart mouth is a feminine quality. I know she's leaning toward, you're being sassy. So she don't want to be a nigga piece. And, when she's being the opposite, of a nigga piece. She's wondering why men have the audacity and the nerve to say something back. This is why there are so many men out there that would rather remain single and on their purpose. Not to say that they're not soiling their oats every now and again, because that can happen as well. Well, what I'm saying is, some of y'all out there is gonna be like, "She just trolling, nigga. You broke. What you worried about her for? Blah 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 blah." You know how that is when people put out stuff for people on, social media to see. Nobody's supposed to say anything about it. Or if I were to say stuff like, "Yeah, girlfriend is right about these niggas." Why your mouth smart if you a man? And like I said, she said, as a man, why is your mouth smart? So if I disagree with this, I'm talking down on black women. So looking at this image right here, do you think, according to Glorilla's context, do you think that Lakeith Stanfield has a smart mouth? One would assume that, due to these images, he probably wouldn't even need to talk to for you to suggest that he's sassy. Y'all still care about what these guys. I told you, man. I told you. And you are, I don't know if you are missing the point or the context of what I was saying. It's like, don't get caught up in the trap, because there are such massive contradictions. So for those of you who do get caught up in what these broads are saying, like, "Oh my God, God damn them, this is what's wrong with these women today," don't stress, bro. Don't hurt a kidney over it. This is just how they are, man. Unfortunately. And if you're looking for a wife, those Glorilla types, I don't think that's a good idea. But hey, do what you want. Do what you want. Well, what the fuck is that? Yeah, that's a man that said, "Fuck your podcast. If you talking down on the beautiful, the infallible, the perfect, the pure as the driven snow, that bitch, if you're talking down on black women, fuck your podcast." That guy, the same guy that is married and with child, the same guy that's married and with child, the same guy that dresses like this, the same guy that dresses like this, and the same guy that protects people like this. It's quite the conundrum, but just a suggestion to brothers. If you're going to drag yourself down that rabbit hole of fake protection and virtue signaling, yeah, there's going to be some guy out there that's going to look at you in a condescending manner with their words. And if I have to be that guy, then hey, people take this shit that I say all kinds of ways. So, all right. LMAO with the new couples. People gonna say your dad is a woman. How's that gonna work? Oh boy. Toxic masculinity is a term created by weak and toxic males and females. Like that guy that wrote that article for Very Smart Brothers. Yes, he uses those two words quite often. Like I bet you he'd be like Damon Young, the guy that wrote that Straight Black Men Are the White People of Black People article. I bet you he just sits up and he every time he's talking to a few black women, he's be like, "Girl, I just want to make sure that I keep my toxic masculinity in check. He say some bullshit like that, man. It's just like other brother, you want to be like, if I had a soft sandwich in my hand, I would throw it at that motherfucker face as hard as I can, so it'll just splatter. Like, dude, dude. But to answer your question, dude, no, I don't. I just think that some things are just funny and worth a visit. So, nah. Stanfield Eagles Batty Man. Oh, that's one of those clever words y'all have come up with for those people. uh, toxic masculinity was created by females. Yeah, because I don't know reasons. Blue Marvel 9 said feminism, incel, and woke culture come from toxic and unhealthy people. So incel culture is that's it. We need context. I need context. I don't know if y'all need context because y'all think an incel is just somebody who has a podcast. That's why we're here. Woke culture. When the word woke is used on this channel, I know what woke was. Awareness that there are challenges that certain people face based on their skin color, which is when it's on this channel, we're primarily talking about black people anyway. Not this bullshit that you take someone else's fictional creation and then you insert your identity politics into it. Just to make a headline or virtue signal for a group of people that wouldn't give a fuck anyway. Like it's incels hate women, feminists hate men. Incels hate women, involuntarily celibate. I would say incels could love women too, and it could be one of these chump stains. What you're talking about is a misogynist. That would be the proper social term to cover a person like that. And I'm not saying that all incels are misogynists. What I'm saying is sometimes misogynists can be incels, and sometimes dudes can be simps and still be incels. I like to put the two words together: simp cell. They be simping for women. I mean, sometimes the simp, like we were saying earlier, the simp culture can be toxic, but I'm convinced that a lot of simping does come from the need for validation from women that you put on a pedestal. So toxic masculinity is the other word for white privilege. Yeah, because I would say this is like they say that straight black men are the white people of black people in the context of let's say when we think about what patriarchy is, we put it more so in a framing of white men know what patriarchy is, so black men want to be like white. So and with patriarchy comes comes toxic masculinity, some type of forceful regime of authority, because I'm a man and, I'm just gonna rage out like the Hulk whenever I want it and make society run with an iron fist. And, women get back in the kitchen, just, man, come on. That doesn't happen. Incels aren't the opposites of feminists, says educated Tyrone. What's good? Incels don't hate women, but they hate the fact that they can't get women. Yeah, that's much closer because it's like the guys who are here's what they say the space is like. Okay, let's like I said, we're not here to pretend. Like the people say the space is a bunch of guys who are angry that they couldn't get women, especially they're still angry about high school. They haven't gotten over how their mamas treated them. So yeah, they say they hate women and they're incels and all this other shit. That's what they say the space is. So in the context of that, there are a couple guys that do that, you know, in various spaces in social media, but to try to paint everyone with the same brush, I would say it was pretty fucking inaccurate. I said, check this link out. Yeah, I'll check it out in just a second. My misogyny is justified. Masculine men do not hate women. Feminine women do not hate men. Feminine, yeah. If you're talking about literal femininity, literal now. I'm not talking about some of these shit that some of these grifters be talking about. Like I'm talking about true femininity, like something that is alluring that will catch a man's attention just like that because of how genuine and how pure it is. That kind of thing. Masculine men do not hate women, but masculine men can take authority and position over women. Just saying. I mean, and not even a forced position either. Misogyny is 3 words: hate, disdain, distrust. Nothing wrong with it. At Andre 420, I don't even get taken back by a black man who really hates female. By a man who really hates females. I mean, I'll say this, and I'm supposed to be brutally honest here. I see a lot of the reason. I see a lot of the reason. You know, I liken it to something that Patrice O'Neal said. He said he hates what women have become. So I do understand. It's just that it's at a level to where they can screw you over and get away with it for the rest of their lives. No justice ever. You screw one of them over, they can play the victim and get out of it very easily. And you know, have other men stringing along with it. Can have your best friend stringing along with it. Can have society stringing along with it. So they have a massive advantage over you. A massive advantage. And sometimes there are women that play that card on men. And what are you going to say to the man that sees it very often? Get over it. Because that's what people are telling them. Get over it. Get over that hurt, buddy. Imagine being screwed over and people tell you, get over that hurt, buddy. And I mean, it was truly fucked up. Men get blamed for being screwed over by women. More so than the woman. Because we should have been aware. We should have been aware. Out of all the things that man, wait, where's that comment? So out of all the things a man hating is where he can't hate females, that's kind of centric. Did I suggest or say that? I said I understood. I don't know. I could not have painted it any clearer. Like if that, and that's what it said. If okay, all right, new. I do understand the disdain from some brothers because, like, the female narrative can be an impenetrable fortress, and it's not an advantage that they will soon give up, no matter how much you try to shame them. So, what up, Andre?
Yo, what's good?
Yeah, what's up? So you asked for the link. So you did state that your misogyny is justified.
Yeah, it definitely is. Sometimes you gotta keep a bitch in line. I'm sorry. I'm Like that link that I sent you, like it was just a random video I seen. It's pretty funny. Like that, I never wanted you to play it on stream or nothing, but check it out at your leisure. It's pretty funny.
Uh, yeah,
But yeah, not gonna say names, but typically the game dudes, I mean, they be saying some gynocratic shit, man. Cause at the end of the day, like their main goal is to get a bitch, right? So
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Well, yeah, like I think you know what I'm trying to say, but I ain't trying to say it. But
yeah, yeah. I got you. Son is High Ross says a lot of incels can get women if just they can't get women they desire, so they opt out of the dating market entirely. Yeah, a lot of incels are hopeless romantics. They want the woman they want, not the woman they can get. You know, if they want Brenda, big booty Brenda, they don't want big back Keisha. And big back
well,
Keisha been throwing signs and signals and hints forever and ever. But
Kev, it's actually worse than that. They want big booty Brenda, but they want her to love them for them and be a housewife and all this kind of goofy shit.
yeah,
Like obviously it's not just a black dude thing, but black dudes are some of the biggest simps. So in general, not all obviously.
yeah. But I'm also not saying that brothers got to settle either. I'm not saying that either. So, I'm gonna let Top Chaos Reign speak after he said it's not toxic femininity when these LGBTQ couples use each other for boxing practice. The same people who complain about toxic masculinity say there's a masculinity deficiency. Man, let me tell you something. Expect the butch ones, like them Chaz Bono looking motherfuckers. Like, yeah, man, they swing on niggas, man. Not what I mean. They'll swing. Like they'll be the most violent. I mean, and how I know this, you ever talk to a woman and find out she has a girlfriend, but her girlfriend is actually, this, bullish looking dude, wannabe dude rather, not, what I'm trying to say, DYKE. I mean, shoot, imagine the home life with those kinds of couples. Shoot, but y'all dropping links. Is it Dizzy's? But Chaos Reign was good, man.
Damn, StreamYard's you can change the set of square. You could do the circle now. Oh, damn, this is nice.
Yeah, I mean, you're paying for it, might as well.
But they getting expensive now, StreamYards. That's what I'm noticing now. Man.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah. They better tighten up, man, before people find their internet browser for their shit, man. Because making this. But anyway, nonetheless, problem with podcasters. Well, it depends. What podcast they say is the problem? Is it females or male podcasters?
No, he said if you talk down on black women, fuck your podcast. So, but then he get up by one. So basically, he wasn't. He was trying to say it without saying. And this has been posted quite a few times on social media in black spaces, because we do understand that there is an attack on black men who do podcasts, especially the ones who deal in relationship stuff and trying to, I would say the ones that are trying to figure out female nature, which I mean I would say to an extent is a huge waste of time, but if it's your content strategy and it's working, go for it. But it is my question to a person like Lakeith Stanfield is, where are you getting your information from, and what exactly are these talking points?
Well, personally, I think that he got away from he got out from the white people, but he couldn't get away from the gynocracy.
He said he got away from white folk, but he couldn't get that. Well, shoot, that gynocracy is something serious, man. He said what he's gonna do if he hears a podcast that talks down on his black queens. He gonna say fuck your podcast. That's what he gonna say. But it's like this. You say stuff like this. My thing is produce receipts. And most people who do say these things about these problematic podcasts, they don't produce receipts. They hear something they don't agree with. And the reason why they don't produce receipts is because the people they're telling might agree with the other side. So,
Like, please tell me that picture. Please tell me that's a fake picture. You never know with these Hollywood niggas. Like, you never know. But I did see Marcus post this on fucking Facebook a while back. Like, I'm hoping it's not real, but you never know.
So let me Google it real quick. Lakeith Stanfield, fuck your podcast.
No. I'm talking about that. Like that picture of him and that. Yeah, somebody got it.
Okay, somebody has unmuted and is it Blue Marvel? No, it's not. It's Chaos Ring.
Hey, brutally honest, how you doing?
Yeah, what's good?
You know, what I learned from experience is that the drug that these females are addicted to is attention. So their kryptonite is having no attention. When you don't pay them any attention, they don't know what to do. So, like, when you complain about these females and they listen to what you're doing, you still give them attention because, whether it be positive or negative, they still feed off of attention because attention is their drug that they're addicted to.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like, if you ignore them, it's sort of like in that movie Merlin, when they turned their back on Margos, she disappeared. They forgot her and ignored her.
So what are you suggesting?
Well, see, what I'm suggesting is just concentrate on self-improvement of the solutions. So what I do,
let me stop you right there. Do you really think anybody wants a solution? And I'm not trying to say that.
Well,
hey, Chaos Ring, hold up.
That gotta be both of them. Like Chaos and Blue Marvel.
No, I'm on the YS. I don't have an echo. My YouTube is paused.
Hold on one second. Hello. It is him. I just muted you and you gotta mute up something on your side. Like, yeah, okay.
He's gonna have to come down and come back up. If he's using a cell phone and if he's watching YouTube, and I don't know if it clicked off YouTube when he clicked the StreamYard, jump down completely and jump back in.
Yeah, he about to do it. So yeah.
What did he say about self-improvement? That's what he said the solution was.
No, he's what I was about to say is like the whole solutions gambit. Like I understand that we want to hear solutions. Solutions to what though?
That's kind of what I was alluding to, because that's pretty much what like the game self-improvement dudes talk about is, trying to say both sides do the same thing and all this kind of shit, and self-improvement will, get you out of all these problems. And it's like, bro.
Yeah, man. I mean, but first of all, let's identify the problem. What is the problem? Like, and what solution are you seeking to what problem? And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying that, you can talk about broads if you want to talk about broads, but I mean, you can't sit there. The problem I would have ultimately is trying to get them to change. That's a thing that they should want to do on their own. If they don't do it, don't fuck with them. If they, first, even trying to get them to change in the first place. But if there is, like they say, if she's not on your page, then, fuck her. It's that simple. If one wants to have a conversation, I'll have a conversation. If something goes viral, man or woman, people are going to talk about it. If you like the thing is with the solutions thing. It just I don't think people really want solutions. I don't think. I think that this kind of debauchery and I'm not even gonna say that I am a fuckery based program, but like a lot of people are based in fuckery, and people are entertained by it. It's like it's a sort of escapism. So I don't. I mean, although a lot of the shit don't make sense, I don't completely knock it if it's doing that content creator some form of good. So I mean, but it is what it is. Some people are just gonna come forward. I mean, it just. But the only reason why I brought up the Glorilla thing was it's just that it seems like this is what guys like this are protected. And for us as black men to not get caught up in such lame, stupid shit. That's it. That's all. Just to show you a contradiction. Just to show how mentally fucked people are. And why sit there and argue with it? Because you're mentally fuck yourself if you sit there and argue with it. So, hey. Coffee Nino is in the building. Narratives and dialogues. What's good? Shoot. So that man said, fuck your podcast. So, Chaos Ring.
Yes, I'm here. Yes.
What do you think about this? What do you think about seeing when you see something like this? Do you believe that he is addressing black men or anybody that does it?
Well, we gotta look at what is Joe Budden's major audience. Mostly black people. He might get some white heads, but
that's not Joe Budden. That's Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh, Lakeith. Oh shit. Fuck. I got confused. All right. Well, damn.
That's Lakeith Stanfield. This Lakeith Stanfield right here.
Oh, he's a fruitcake. He get no respect from me, man.
I mean, but he I did put it out there. He is married.
That's nice.
He's married and has a kid.
That's nice. But he's compromised. Anytime you dress like a woman, your son's gonna look at it.
Okay. So what are you suggesting, that she's a beard? His beard?
For her? I don't know about her, but I'm if a man dressed in lingerie and comfortable with it, you got questioning sexuality.
Well, I wouldn't say lingerie so much as like some type of questionable fashion. I mean, this looks like women's clothing right here. Yeah. And like I said, I know somebody out there is going to be like, what are you doing with those pictures, Kev? Go to Google. Shit. I mean, they're every fucking where. But for someone to say something as contradicting, and people saying that he's masculine and on point for saying fuck your podcast. I mean, my thing is, who is he talking to, and what are these talking points that he's talking about? Where are your receipts?
I'm
yeah,
glad Go ahead.
I was going to say, those are like the pictures I was talking about. I really hope those aren't real, but you never know.
No, they're real.
Oh no, that's real. That was on the magazine.
No, they're real.
That was on the magazine.
Real?
Yeah, they're real.
I believe. Am I right? I'm Kev. That was on the magazine.
Yeah, they're real. They're real. He really get down like this.
He was on the magazine. But
so if you're taking pictures like this, you have no right to say anything about men.
We don't want no system. I don't deal with what we're talking.
I mean, I would say that he was probably a little difficult to listen to. I would say that.
No, he's not. He will not be taken seriously, Kevin, because for a man to worry about if what other men talk about the community and black women in general, because that's what they talk about the podcast. Because let's be honest, when you see black men talking about podcasting or women talking about podcasting, they're directly inclined saying, "You niggas. How dare you niggas talk about this community? How dare you talk about this black beep? How dare you? I control you. Don't dare define mama." That's their thinking. And he's just like one of the dudes, dressed all effeminate. Guy got on some weird lingerie and then up there posing like a bitch. Not respected at all to any group of men. He might be respected in that weirdo side of things, because we all know how entertainment is. Hell, look at P Diddy. All the people that he up there, doing their, what, he's very well in that circle of parties. They'll dress him very nicely. Put on a skirt, put on some I don't know what those called, stockings. I think he has some heels, and pose like a female. Yep, you are feminized. You are the white man's beep. I'm being very clean, as you notice. Thank you very much.
Okay. Hey, hold on 1 second. I hit one of them links. So
Okay.
Hey Kev, I put a link in the back chat. You don't have to play it right now, but that link that I put in the back chat, it was like this white dude that went down to the border and he was like stopping a bunch of like fucking migrants from trying to hop the fence and shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But Kevin.
Oh, that's that wall they talk about they built.
Yeah.
Oh man.
He actually ended up stopping a bunch of them, but like it's crazy that an individual person has to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But Kevin, it's weird to find these type of weirdos so invested defending the black beep. You get me? To the point where they put out little statements here on the Shade Room, which is really controlled by Nigerians, Africans, which they love to talk about the community, especially if it's against black men. They'll surely hell put that up there because black men could consume their little products, the website, and keep clickbaiting on it. And so yeah, you see this man. This man said, you talk down to black women. You need to stop. Really, who's this man? Oh, you mean this man that you said is your king? Your knight is shining armor? Your white knight? Yeah, he is definitely a knight. He's a knight in a dress. Yeah, I sure as hell gonna listen to him. Oh yeah.
Okay.
It tells how you ladies, when they say that about people that are, gay in a way, I say it makes sense why y'all more higher gay than men. Matthew, you're creating the men that you complain about. Hell, Matthew, you create more of these type of men that you said, where are the actual men, the masculine men? Oh, you kind of feminized, baby. That's your fault. You can't control masculine. I'm not sure why men have been telling you this, especially you can't control it. Either you go embrace it and play your goddamn role, or you get left the F behind. God damn it.
Well, Kev,
I mean, said nice and shining fabric.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right, Shakanu. That's not the term. Night and shining fabric. Yes.
Well, Kev, I haven't seen the whole thing, but I have been seeing like people doing videos and talking about the whole Magic Johnson going down there talking about fucking vote for Kamala. Did you get a chance to see that, Kev?
Well, not yet.
Yeah, he was on some shit. He was on some sim shit talking about,
Oh, okay. That's why he said it. Hold on. Hold on. I just found it. It was about that Shits and Gig podcast. Shits and Gigs. You heard of that?
I heard of it, but I never heard of it before this recent stuff.
Okay. Yeah, so basically they were saying stuff like I guess they said they made some jokes of some jokes based on their dating experiences with black women. So that's when Lakeith Stanfield said that if you talk down on black women, fuck your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and then this is let's see. These guys are Brits, so I mean, whatever. So this is the Shade Room posting that quote. Oh well, he posted it on his Instagram. So yeah.
And think about it. Gay black men make more better suitable mates for weirdo black women. That's also in that direction as well. If you notice that, Kevin. Hell, think we got we find men that is about that life on YouTube that is flamboyant about that gay life, and he has a following. I ain't gonna say names, but you know who I'm talking about. You get me? So, yeah.
Well, let me show you let me show y'all what I'm talking. Hold on one second. Let me make sure. Music. Hold on. Oh yeah, there it is. So it said, Lakeith Stanfield defends black women in light of Andrew Schultz and Shits and Gigs podcast controversy. So let's see. So in this paragraph, they said the conversation took a turn when Schultz asked the men if they dated black and white women. Duncan and DeWaldo confirmed that they had experience with both races, with Schultz responding, "What's your favorite?" The conversation worsened after Schultz made a racial joke about black women, referring to non-black men. Schultz says they shave their head because they start losing it because they're so stressed around being this black girl complaining about shit all the time. His statement was okay, so that's what he said. He said that black women be complaining about shit all the time. His statement was met with laughter from Duncan and DeWaldo. The moment eventually caught the attention of viewers and ignited criticism from social media users. So they said, particularly the Shits and Gig podcast fan base, which consists of predominantly black women, felt as though Duncan and DeWaldo lacked support for black women. They even called out the duo for engaging in the conversation and not challenging the stereotypes that were said. Additionally, actor Lakeith Stanfield also seemingly addressed the British host, taking to Instagram to write, "If you talk down on black women, fuck your podcast."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I did see a video of some chick because those dudes are from the UK, and I think they were the ones that actually brought up the topic as well. Not the white dude, but I did see a video of some chick that was like, well, to be fair, they're from the UK, but if only they would have had a black man from the US around them, they would have defended black women. It's like, why?
So, but according to the article itself, that's the only thing that was said. So, my question to people who watching is, what was said that was untrue? And I'm not an advocate for other races talking about black folks. I'm not an advocate for it. But at the same time, in light of some really shocking things that I've observed in the past few years, I mean, you can say whatever you want. I'll just say whatever. I mean, but I'm not going to entertain, but I'm not going to be outraged about it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was interesting, that chick that was talking, because yeah, but she was just like, if only there was a black American man that was there that could have taught them to stand up for black women. They don't know any better. And it's like, was anything they were saying a lie though?
What about them being mouthy and complaining about everything?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe they wanted those two other guys to say stuff like, "Well, that's all women."
And that's why I'm emphasizing the part that like these dudes were in the UK and they were saying that. And they were just talking about like the women that they dealt with. Because it's the whole, and also I think he might have asked, or somebody asked like their preferred race of women or if they date white women, but obviously that was a problem too.
Not taking up for Lakeith because he does look past zesty in these photos. I mean, what photos are you referring to? About these motherfuckers here, like. I'm just saying, man. Pick, yeah. Some of y'all out here need to pick y'all heroes a little bit more carefully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. You got to question that. But you know, black women don't care as long as some black men defend them anyway. They'll accept it, even if he is.
Well, if Charles Manson said, "You niggas need to stop talking about black women," then there'll be some women that'll just be like, "Oh, Charles Manson, thank you, thank you." Oh, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of like the perception I get from these dudes that always want to jump in and jump in with the man up and the let her talk and all this kind of shit. Like, yeah, this is what they like. I mean, I don't visualize them like this, but this is probably how they look. I'm just saying.
And say, "Get out." Oh boy, but we got Blue Marvel 9 back up here.
Excuse me, can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah.
I'm on the
Go again.
Shit.
But wait a minute, I don't have echo because I'm on the wired headset. I already turned my Bluetooth.
You got an echo. It's the headset.
All right, can you hear me clearly now?
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. When he speaks, it's only him speaking, and then when he mutes up, we'll speak.
Well, here's what I learned in my experiences with women and their immature test. What I do, I've learned that Black American women have the mental emotional maturity of 13 to 15-year-old children. So when a child is acting up, what you do, you ignore the child because they crave attention. Having no attention is their kryptonite. So they lose their toxic energy because of that. So by me doing that,
No, they won't.
I'm just saying, if I ignore them, I'm remove myself away from. No, just let me finish. If I ignore them, no matter what they do, I'll leave them to the toxins by themselves and go on about my business. So the only women that I'm worried about are the women who are sexually attracted to me and who are willing to follow me and my lead. The women that choose me, because when it comes to the dynamics of how men and women deal with each other, it's the women that choose the men. So I'm only going to deal with the women that are sexually attracted to me and choose me. I'm not worried about the women that reject me, because rejection is a form of protection. Man. So that's how I roll, because I realize, I'm only going to deal with the people who want to apply the solution. Now, for those who like to complain, I can't do nothing for them. I just leave it at that.
So solution. Yeah, I'm glad you're up here. Say solution. The solution to what? What is the problem that we are seeking this solution to? So people solution.
Well, the thing is, our problem is not really Black women. Our problem is Black men's mental and emotional health. So when we engage with toxic people, whether it be male and female, that affects our mental, emotional, and physical health. Because stress has been known to kill a lot of Black men when it builds up over time. And there's like mental, emotional, and physical symptoms of that. So we have to learn how to avoid certain things to keep healthy. It's sort of like avoiding junk food. You avoid the junk food, it'll help you get into like a healthier mental, emotional frame of mind. It's sort of like working out. You want to lose weight and build muscle, you got to eat the right nutrients and leave the junk food alone to do that. So if I want healthy relationships, I'm going to have healthy relationships with healthy people, healthy women. Now, as far as, Keisha is concerned, I just leave Keisha alone and let her suffer by herself. That's how I do it. So I focus on what works for me. Solutions, real solutions are the solutions that work. But I mean, it's good to complain for a minute, but then you got to deal with the critique and analysis of the problem. And then you solve the problem by understanding it. And by the understanding it, I say, okay, I know what I need to do from here. So what I do, I observe women. I don't imagine them. I learn their behavior. It's sort of like when you like a naturalist It's sort of like that show Mutual Omaha's Wild Kingdom. You observe the habits of the animals in the wild, and then you learn how they move, and you develop your plan to deal with them from there. So by observing this wildebeest known as Keisha, I said, okay, she does this and does that, so I'm going to use a certain strategy, tactics, and protocol to deal with her. In other words, stuff that actually works. You know, the real manhood stuff, because real men ain't worried about what Keisha says. I said, okay, I'm gonna tell her this. Well, I don't tolerate that, and if you keep on doing it, I'm gonna leave you alone. And then I back it up with my behavior, my action, and just walk away and move on to the next woman who's sexually attracted to me and is willing and hopefully want to cooperate with me and follow my lead. Because see the thing about it. In essence, a true femininity is seeking the leadership and guidance of real men. See, when you talk about providing, you're not just providing money, you're providing what? Light and guidance. In other words, you're reflecting the light that they need to be better. Because remember, women are the mirrors reflecting the light and darkness of men. Because think about it. When black men developed SYSBM, what did the women do? SYSBW.
Man, who gives a fuck?
No, I'm just giving an example. I mean, example of it. So in other words, if we just focus on us and not worry about the women, we will attract the right women coming toward us. Because like with me, I'm not worried about Keisha because I've dated, Hispanic women, Asian women, and white women. And I've gotten along with them.
Hey, man, let me ask you a question. You know what this show is about?
Well, I mean, you're talking about the Papa the Balloon show?
No, hell no. Man, bro.
Okay.
Like, are you imitating you look confused. No, I'm just addressing this mentality of the fuck your podcast.
Okay.
And that's what I was doing. Like,
well, let me explain this brutally honest. The smoke I give is sort of like the incense that's going to heal you. You know what I'm saying? Like the sage and the patchouli that's going to burn some
incense. It's funny you should say that.
Well, the thing is, I'm sort of like on the life coaching mission where I just provide solutions and I give you a game plan, a strategy on how to apply it. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, that red pill stuff don't work. That incel mental don't work. What really works is your masculine identity, your true self as a real man. Because a real man is going to show by his behavior that he ain't going to tolerate what they do. Because real men speak the lies with their actions. So like, I remember I was up there walking down the street in Dallas. And when this woman was able to, when this woman tried to bump into me, I just gave her that look. And that look was, you out of pocket. But I used my behavior. And you know what? When I gave her that look, that big daddy look, you know how daddy gets me when you do wrong. When dad whoops that ass, he don't say nothing. So I gave her that daddy look and said, okay, young lady, you out of pocket. And you know what she said? Excuse me, sir, without having me say anything. So if you behave like a real man, a real authentic masculine man, without saying nothing, the women gonna leave you alone. But if you can't out talk the woman, you can't out emotion the woman. You gotta lead with truth and logic. And the women are weak when they try to do that.
Man, look. So what you just said, I'm gonna mute you for a second because I'm echoing like a motherfucker. Yeah, cool. So what you just said was a woman bumped into you, you turn around, you gave her that look like, bitch, I'm serious. And then she said, excuse me, and kept going. Yeah,
that's I mean, that's right, because I led with my behavior. And see, that's the thing about women. Before women approach you, they size you up to see, okay, he has the behavior to where he's not behaving like a simp, lick, or a trick. He's behaving like a real man. And I can't deal with that. I can only deal with weak men because I'm a weak female. because here's the thing: a masculine woman is a beta female. When we talk about alpha females, alpha female is very feminine.
I'm lost.
And no, just listen. In order for a female to be alpha, she has first to submit to an alpha male. That's how it works. It's sort of like the queen and the king. There's the king that chooses the queen. You know what I'm saying? And in order for the woman to be queen, she has to submit to the authority of the king. It's like the chessboard. In other words, the queen moves according to how the king wants to be protected. So actually, the most powerful piece on the board is the king, because the queen follows the dictates of the king. It's like playing chess. You cannot have a queen without the king, because if the queen doesn't have the king, it's checkmate. So the thing about these dysfunctional black females, they're being checked by dudes of other races and other women. And like I told the black females, the worst, the most groundless things that I heard said about you has been said by white females, Hispanic females, Asian females, and females of other countries. And they be going in. So I just look at it and say, okay, they're not going to learn their lesson. I got to move on. I got to deal with the women that are sexually attracted to me and want to be part of my team willfully and joyfully.
How do you identify these women?
Well, I observe their behavior. If they give me a certain smile, if they approach me in a way that's cordial, if they give me a look that's not uncouth or abrasive like Black American women do, because like I told Black American women, if you don't belong to us, we don't belong to you. My freedom does not depend on you. My freedom depends on how I behave without worrying about what you're doing. That's how it works.
Okay, I'm muting you because I don't want the echo, and I'm gonna unmute you. So you find this out like okay, so with a look, like the first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of the conversation, like it's the first question. What's going on? You know, brothers need to know.
Well, it's all a matter how you behave and talk to a woman, because if you try to out yell the woman, you're gonna be defeated. So what I do, I come with a calm, assertive voice. I say, listen, I'm not going to tolerate this. I'm gone. And then I walk away. And then I move on.
What does she suggest that kind of response? Like with just she's just a bitch right off? Nigga, get away. Like, what's going on?
No, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna use any foul language. I'm gonna let her stay in her toxicity because I don't want to be affected by it. So what I do, I stay in my masculine identity, my manly frame, and go from there. Because the thing about these females, these women are going to submit to somebody.
Oh shit!
Yeah, because it's the essence of the woman, the female, to submit to the masculine energy. Because masculine energy is active, and feminine energy is passive. So the thing is, I'm just going to take certain actions to where, hey, they have two choices: either follow my lead or leave me alone.
So is there a time frame? That's what I'm trying to find out.
No. It's not really a time frame. It's just that the time frame is only a few minutes, and you just walk away. Because I'm not going to spend my peace of mind arguing with the woman for about 15 to 30 minutes. I'm just going to say what I got to say, and then I'm going to leave.
What if she don't? Do you need to say that in the first place?
No. I'm just going to walk away. I'm just going to ignore her because I already said what I needed to say.
Look, I'm sorry. Like I just, I know there's a lot of questions and such, like, but anyway, I'm just looking at the chat. I see some people down there. Shatera, did I give you a shout out? What up, Shatera and Asora Seed and Don Jizzle, interracial culture. We know what the fuck he's about to say. He said Magic Johnson is clown for Oh, okay. All right, but yeah, man. So what y'all think down there? Shit. Like, just hope y'all I hope y'all been able to follow everything that's been said. I just want y'all to let y'all know. Chaos Rain, you got anything to say, brother? But Chaos Rain is gone somewhere. Just it help. But anyway, let's see. All right, did I miss anything? I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, that was the subject matter. Lakeith Stanfield, men in dresses saying "fuck your podcast." That's what the situation is, and I'm gonna try to pull out the meat of what was just said by Mr. Blue Marvel 9, the Bishop Macbone, basically saying that you know just do you, just do you, and just be on your purpose, and if her presence and looks does suggest sex right offhand, then walk the fuck away. So just walk the fuck away. Say, let's pull out the meat, let's chew on that. Yeah, chew meat, spit out the bones. Chew the meat off the bones, spit out, like, whatever you gotta do. So anyway, yeah, it's an hour and 48 minutes into the smoke show. It's damn, thank you for attending, y'all. And if you have not and you just happen to be looking at this show, you can hit the subscribe button and become a part of this apparent madness. So anyway,
Hey, Brother Arms, let me give you an example. Like, I had an experience with this lady named Ellen, right? And now I was up there walking at the mall, right? And she was up there tripping about something I didn't get. So I told her, listen, either you calm down or I'm gone. So when she kept on hollering, I walked away. And then there was a good-looking black lady security guard said, what's going on, sir? I said, well, this woman is getting out of hand. I decided to walk away, but she's still bothering me. She's harassing me. Can you take her to the office, please? And guess what? The black lady took her to the office. And you know what? The black lady security, so I said, hey, Mr. Bailey, I admire how you handle that in a masculine gentleman manner. What's your phone number?
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. And the thing about Evelyn, she tried to call me, right? And I blocked her number. And then she tried to call my friend Nathan's number. You know what he said? He said, hey, Ed don't want to talk to you right now. Ed is no longer talking to you. Bye. And from that, it's all good.
Okay, so what came of this, man?
What came of this, I was able to meet see, I'm like a non-monogamous polyamorous dude, so I was able to meet a woman that's suitable to my roster. And we just go from there. And the thing about
monogamous, polyamorous.
Yeah, in other words, I'm not a monogamous dude. I deal with more than one woman.
That's what you're saying. Just in your cabinets and shit, just in case you got some of that just in case. That's what you're saying.
Well, see, my uncle always told me when you have a flat tire, get a spare, and there's plenty of spares. So I see these dysfunctional women as a flat tire, and the ones that reject me is a flat tire. So the spares are the women.
Man.
Yeah. So no. I'm a real man. A Mac. A Mac is selective. Now, Mac, a real man, is selective. So I look at their behavior, their body language. I say, okay, she's acting funny, she's acting stupid. I'm not gonna be stupid with her. I'm gone. But I just do that with my actions. I don't say anything because it's not a happy wife, happy life. It's happy Edward Bailey. Because I told the women, I need you to work. I need you to work hard because Edward is working hard. And if you can't do that, you are not even worthy of this dick, because dick is a gift. And like I told him,
say I got a gift. I'm in possession of a gift, man.
So what I'm saying is this: I tell these women, my masculinity, my manhood is the greatest gift that God gave me. And if you are not worthy of that, you are not worthy of anything else I have. And I asked them, are you an asset or a liability? Are you going to help enhance my life, or are you going to bring down my life? And then they can't answer. I keep it moving.
Where exactly does sandwich training come in? Like, make me a sandwich. Like, get in the kitchen. Like, where exactly does all this come in?
Well, I tell them this: make the sandwich or leave.
Oh,
Their
God.
choice.
I didn't know.
Make the sandwich or leave.
What?
And if she don't make the sandwich, she's out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Did you know what kind of sandwich you make?
I already tell her, just make me a peanut butter sandwich. And she don't want to do that. Okay, bye. In other words, I say, bye, bitch. Like in Black Dynamite. Bye, bitch. That's all I say. And I keep it moving.
Man, look. Shit. Don't do I get to throw in a bottle of water with that? Like, I want a peanut butter sandwich with a bottle of water.
Man, no. See, the last bitch that tried it, I said bye. I just sat down and read my sports page.
What? For real? This is in the specific to the sandwich situation.
Well, it's like this. I gave her instructions, and I told her, either you follow my instructions willfully, or you willfully leave. So, so real men are more concerned about truth, standards, and values and integrity. That's why I stick to.
Okay.
In other words, I put myself and my truth and my values on a pedestal, not the woman. If the woman is not cooperative and subservient to me, she got to go. It's sort of like being a supervisor at a job. If she doesn't follow the job requirements, she is terminated from employment. And that's how I do it.
Y'all listening?
So, like, I work at this job, right? And I'm working with this cool white dude named Marvin. And Marvin told me this. He said, Edward, I'm not going to fire you because you're black. I'm going to fire you when you do not do your job and follow the rules of the job.
But he didn't tell on himself?
No. Marvin, even though he's a white dude, is sort of like the same values I do. We do not put up with bullshit. If they break the rules, they get terminated and fired from employment. And that's how I deal with women. Yeah. I asked them questions. So I asked them questions. Okay, are you a feminist? Are you a woke culture? Are you OnlyFans? When was the last time you lost your mind and did something stupid? Those questions I ask.
Man, who's not going to answer that question correctly?
No. What I'm doing,
justified in every.
Well, see what I'm doing. I'm gauging their reaction. That's what I'm doing. I'm sort of like the scientist that picks an insect, and I try to see how the insect reacts.
Hey, do not make claims to being a scientist if you haven't heard.
Well, I'm just saying.
Or a chemist.
No. I'm using that as an example. In other words, the reason why it's sort of like an interview, right? A job interview. You know what I'm saying? So, okay. So I sort of get them like a psychological assessment test to see if they're able to work. So I gauge their body language and the nonverbal responses. Because don't pay attention to what women say, pay attention to what they do. Because what they mean is based on what they do. So okay, she's saying one thing and doing another. She has failed the psychological assessment test. She will not get hired to be a part of my Edward Bailey's Women's Stable Incorporated.
How many of your stable, bro?
About 7.
7? God damn.
I got 2 black women, 3 Hispanics, and 2 Asians.
So what, you with affirmative action? Like, you got me to quote?
No. In other words, I look to see if they're feminine and they're cooperative. Are they do they have a listening ear? Are they able to follow my simple instructions to the letter? Because I give them simple instructions. I don't make it complicated. You know, and I give them something to do. I give them a list of what to do. So every time before I leave for work, I write down a list and I have them sign it. Have them initial and sign it. Yeah.
What? You for real?
Yes, I do. I give them a list to do. Because see, if you don't give women a list to do, they're gonna be idle, get stupid, and get in trouble. And then you have to be a protector over time.
Yeah, you know what they say about an idle mind.
It's the devil's workshop. So you gotta give. See, the women have the maturity of a 13, 15-year-old. So you gotta be the big daddy to give the little girls something to do.
So let me mute you for a second. So what you're telling me is that women have the maturity and the mindset of a 13, 15-year-old. So with that being said, and I don't mean to be picking on nobody, how would someone like a Shetara feel about you saying that, or a Raining Woman? Where you at, Raining Woman? I know you still in here. Yeah, there you go. Like how like would you say that those women were mature enough to be the exception, or would you say that, if they qualified, if you put that, put whatever on them that, they can get with your program, make you a peanut butter sandwich and, sign some shit like a NDA or whatever you were talking about. So.
Well, if they have the maturity of at least a 18 to 27-year-old, then they are the exception. But if they have the mental emotional maturity of a 13 and 50-year-old, then I have to provide a certain structure. I have to what I do, I have this magic marker board. And I have these erasable markers. So I
Susan, I got a dry erase board too, but I think we probably use for different things. But go ahead.
So what I do, I said, okay, then they're acting silly. So I gotta deal with rewards and consequences. So what I do, I say, okay, if you do this and this, then I'll reward you with dinner. Okay, so if you want this dinner, you gotta do such and such and such and such at such and such time. If you don't do it past this deadline, you will not get the bonus. The bonus is me taking her out to dinner, but she has to do A, B, and C in order to get.
What is your standard of a first date if the bonus is dinner?
Well, my first date is sort of like a job interview at Starbucks or a walk in the park. So I'm testing their feminine identity. Yeah. Now, if they don't have the feminine identity, then they have the toxic identity. So toxic identity fails the psychological assessment test and they do not get employed. So I approach dealing with women, since the women are about getting the bag, I approach women like I'm Warren Buffett and I'm running a business. I deal with assets and liabilities. No, the famous financier Warren Buffett, the famous billionaire financial advisor.
Oh, because so Warren Buffett of
No, I'm using that as an example because Warren Buffett told this beautiful woman, said, well, my assets in real estate are going to appreciate, but your beauty is going to depreciate, go down in value. So in order for you to add value to my life, you must have also a skill set of being able to help me arrange my books, do some painting around the house, be my chauffeur, that sort of thing.
So you mean she got to organize the books to read?
I know. In other words, she had to have other skill sets besides having a vagina and a smile and showing off. In other words, if she's stuck in that OF syndrome, I don't deal with her.
OF. Explain OF syndrome.
OnlyFans, to where they up there open up their legs to worthless men, and then they get butthurt and blame every man because the responsibility is on them because it's the women that choose the men. So if they choose the wrong men, it's their fault because women have the choice. Whoever has the choice has to blame. Now the thing about men can only choose from the choose from the women that choose them. That's how it works. So if a woman chooses you, you either accept it or reject her choice. That's how it works. That's just everyday life experience.
So she makes a choice, and she rejects your choice. Run that by me again.
Well, it's like this. I'm not going to try to hire somebody that don't want to work. So I tell them. I mean, like I got certain rules with Instagram and all this other stuff. I give them instructions. I said, call me at such time. If they don't, I block them. Yes.
Okay, there's a proven system.
Yeah, it's a proven system. I've saved a lot of money. I was able to put like $1,000 in the bank. Yeah. See, there's an old saying by Elijah Curry: no free attention. My emotional labor and attention are not free. That's my mantra. So if you want my emotional labor and attention, the currency is casual lay and play. Casual, non-monogamous sex.
Okay. I'm gonna mute you up again because I want to ask you a question. Okay, you said emotional labor. Like, what if I don't want to go through shit?
No. The thing is, if the thing about simps, licks, and tricks, they try to be the emotional tampon that women can cry on. I don't do that. In other words, I focus on the sexual tension, and I say this: hey, what's up? What's popping? That's how I go from there. And then I will say this: are you down with a casual lay and play? Are you ready to get dirty so that we can engage in the smooth motion and share nature's body lotion? Yeah.
Hold on. What? Just right on hand. Just. Do you want to give me the draw?
Yeah, but see, I say it in a subtle manner. In other words, I do it in a tactful, diplomatic manner. I don't do it in a rough manner, saying, "Oh, you want to fuck?" No, because the thing about women, they deal with nuances. So I gotta say it in like a direct/indirect way, even though it's the same essence. In other words, I'm here to have casual sex with you. If not, I'm gonna leave. But I do that with just saying a few words and my actions. See, that's how real men do. Real men only say a few words and then back it up with their behavior and actions. That's how they make boundaries and keep boundaries. So in other words, if I say, if you don't cook, clean, and do laundry, you will have to go. And guess what? If she doesn't want to leave, I'll call a police officer and have an escort, because the property is in my name, not hers. When I tell, hey, I mean, like you've seen some of those the podcasts where this woman came then obeyed the curfew. So guess what? Dude changed the locks and she got locked out. I mean, like the dude said, you just got one time. Now I told you, don't make friends with those loose women at work. You are a wife. And then guess what? She didn't listen. So okay, I'm gonna draw up these papers. You're gonna sign these divorce papers. I got your bags packed right here. It's time to go. And that's what a lot of these men been doing. They've been leaving their have them pack their bags, leave my side. Well, what about this? I don't care. Whatever. Take your kid and bye. Oh. See the thing is, you gotta be my game face is soulless, no soul. So if I have the masculine frame for self-control of my mind and emotions and my actions, and if I don't overreact to a woman cheating, I say, okay, bye. Like when that dude was interviewed, right? And the lady said, I don't have a boyfriend. He said, what? I said, you know what? He told the interviewer, hey man, I realized that I needed you more than I thought. Thank you very much. You keep up the good work, man. And then he left her. Yeah. And then she was left with a dumb look on her face. Yeah. Yeah, he just left. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't argue, saying why you did this, why you did it. So he was gone. He said, I didn't care why you did it. Bye. See, I don't worry about why they did it. It's the fact that they did it.
So you just want these zero tolerance, motherfucker. Just no second chances, no guarantees.
See, that saves me a lot of stress, headache, and money.
And these two black women, these Latino women, and those other two, they understand it, right?
They understand this. I mean, I just go ahead and lay down the dictate of my boundaries, structure, and rules. And if they disrespect the boundaries, I follow through with consequences. In other words, they got to pack their stuff and leave and don't come back.
Okay, so they don't come back. And if they don't leave, you'll call the police.
So here's the thing: if they cannot respect your presence, have them respect your absence.
How would you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I gotta deal with them and engage with them, and just see what they do. I gotta observe their behavior. In other words, I gotta be very observant in a silent and a skillful and thoughtful manner. And in other words, I'm not gonna say I'm watching you. No, I don't want to do that. Because if I say I'm watching them, they're gonna put them on the defensive. So it's sort of like playing chess. You make certain moves on the board. You understand your opponent, and you use the opponent's behavior to move toward on the board the way you want it. It's sort of like being a hunter. By understanding the habits and mannerisms of your prey, you can dictate to where your prey is going to go.
But man, you know what? Though it ain't even that complicated. I think it's more like chess. Like not chess. I think it's checkers, man. You know, you don't have to read into it.
Well, it's actually chess and checkers because
I don't know.
Well, see, here's the thing: Boomquisha and Limaquisha are about checkers, but the upper class women are about chess.
Limaquisha?
I'm talking about the ratchet black females. In other words, the garbage dump. Because there's an old saying. You can find pussy in garbage cans. And guess what? Real men do not play in the garbage.
Leave that shit in garbage.
Yeah. In other words, let Pookie and Ray Ray, which are the garbage collectors, deal with that. That's what Pookie and Ray Ray for. And I am very thankful that Pookie and Ray Ray have kept these ratchet, toxic females away from me. Because the reason why Boomquisha is attracted to Pookie, because they are both toxic and unhealthy. Like attracts like. Yeah. I mean, I remember I was at the shopping at Sam's, right? And I had a whole bunch of healthy food and junk food. And there was this fat black woman that looked at me like I was crazy. And I laughed.
Did she have a big back? I just had to ask that question.
She was wearing a bonnet, had her flip-flops, and she had one of those tiger stretch marks in her stomach. She was, and I just laughed.
Tiger stripes?
You know those stretch marks.
Yeah, I know.
Her stretch mark was short.
Tiger stripes was just a clever way of saying it.
Yeah. I was just laughing.
You was?
Yeah. I said, "What the fuck you laughing at, nigga?" And I kept laughing.
It sounded like you started some shit.
No. I didn't start anything. I just laughed and kept on about my business. In other words, I acted like a white person, like the nigga moment. I said, "Wait a minute, I'm white." Yeah, and I laughed. No. I put on the frame of an intelligent person.
So
in other words,
you white, you intelligent. Like,
no.
See, like that's one thing I'm gonna push back on what you said, man. Don't be
no. I'm using that as an example. In other words, she's low vibration. I'm high vibration. So, since she's low vibration, I'm on a high vibration. It doesn't affect me. I just keep it moving. It's sort of like when I walk past something, I look at a roach. Oh, it's just a roach. I don't need to kill. I just walk past it. Think that's enough of it. So, see, when you focus on higher vibrations, you don't have low vibrational problems.
Definition.
So the definition is this: if you don't focus on BS and you're about business, then the BS won't affect you. It's all a matter of what you focus on. Your experience is based on your focus. So if you focus on stupid mess, you end up being a stupid person. If you focus on intelligent things, you end up being intelligent. I don't focus on Boomquisha and Blimquisha.
Prevention.
Yeah, strategy. Strategy, tactics, and stratagem.
Look at that.
See, there's an old. Have you read the book The Art of War?
Man, what, Sun Tzu?
Yeah.
What about it?
Well, there's an old saying: if you know your self, know the enemy, you always be victorious. So guess what? If you know yourself and know the woman, you will always avoid being a trick, lick in the sim.
What?
Yeah.
What if the woman isn't the enemy? Like you just
no. If she's not the enemy, then it's fine. That's how I succeed. I bypass the trash and go to the diamonds, the emeralds, and the rubies. See, the healthy cooperative woman is the diamonds, the emeralds, and the rubies. The unhealthy toxic women is that Coca-Cola bottle, can, and piles of shit. So if you focus on stepping on shit, you're gonna end up smelling like shit.
Wow.
And I don't like to smell like shit.
Stepping on shit.
Yeah.
So listen up, man. It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, sir.
Anything left to say? The Bishop Macbone. I hope y'all soaked up this game. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this: your mindset shapes your reality, and that's it. Your mindset.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming up. The bishop, like, he had a lot to say, and he said it. Chaos reign.
Yes.
Anything else?
Shit, man. I say what if I had to say already. I don't think I have anything else to say on that, man. Personally, I mean, you could alpha your way through it. At the end of the day, you know, you're the man. You have to decide how far a bitch is going to try you. You know, because they're always trying. You know, they're always trying a nigga.
Man, look, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I mean, it was so much. I'll just say this: it was so much. What play what clip, Andre? The one that you put in the back chat. Oh boy. But you talking about the one with the one I put in the back chat. Okay. All right. Let me go play that real quick. Because I'm still trying to process what happened. I mean, if y'all could have seen the look on my face, but you know, I'm just it is what it is. But hold on one second. I'm so through right now. I'm done, y'all. It's okay. So yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So let me it just be one moment, y'all. Then I'm gonna get out of here. All right. So yeah.
Go up there and get them.
Te vas a subir. ¿De qué lado? Te puedes hay manera de agarrarte y apoyarte.
All right, what exactly am I looking for? Them climbing, they're scaling that motherfucker. It's gonna be impossible to climb. It looked like they destroyed the barbed wire. Fair use, by the way. God damn.
Hey, get the fuck back! You see this? Get back!
Man, what the fuck he gonna do?
Get back! Get the fuck back! Get down!
I'm just waiting on some
You
racist to
ain't
come out of his mouth.
coming. No! No! Get the fuck down!
Get the fuck down.
Get
Which
the
way?
fuck down! Right now! Get down!
Is she tear for real? At least they stop throwing babies over. What, they catch them on the other side? Yeah, he's screaming at Mike. Yep.
Get down! No! Get down! Get down!
He's doing his part for America, y'all.
Get down!
I mean, he's doing his little part, but somehow still like what, over 20 million of them still made it over. What you saying, man? He doing Kamala's job for. Man, somebody said it was Tijuana. The man is doing his part with his little friendly looking dog that you could easily kick and get the fuck away from you. I'm not suggesting that you go out and kick dogs either.
Right here.
In the comments, they said he done more than the government. Probably did.
Right here in the bush.
Yeah, that dog friendly as fuck, she tear. I don't know what the fuck wrong with this dog.
With
I mean,
right here in the bushes. Over there. Hey, you're making money.
How you doing? You all right?
I wonder how many people, when they saw this video, said something like, oh, I bet you he vote for Trump.
Stop an invasion on our own right here today.
Is it safe to say that dog
20,
hates
right.
Mexicans?
40
Right, yeah.
people.
Yeah, right. Yep.
Hey,
Amen.
if we had, if we had
That man's fulfilled his purpose in
40,
life.
20,
Guys being a
30
fat, drunk
people
motherfucker.
here come over every day,
Yeah,
this
Oh, it's
would
two dogs.
never happen.
right.
The friendliest dogs you ever want to meet.
Catch them right in the middle and just go, you can't do it no more.
These dogs just bark every 5 seconds. Like bite an ankle or some shit.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
they just get rid of their ability to climb.
Game over.
Yep, right.
Don't tread on us.
Yep, right.
Oh, the yellow flag
We're
with the snake on it.
tired of it.
He got a
Right.
couple of them at the house.
For the last
All right. Ray talking about he want me to react to a clip real quick. I'm sure it's meaningful. So let me go ahead and see what's going on here. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. Then I'm out this mother sucker. Shit, let's see. Hold on. Yeah. All right. I hope everybody press like. You know. Let's see. Where is it? Oh God, here we go. This is what Mac Bone said about Pop the Balloon. Shoot. Man. Man. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let's see what happened, because this Pop the Balloon shit is too rampant. So this ain't even the other girl. Like they've been ripping this girl they've been ripping this girl concept off, unless they working with her. But shit, who knows? Let's see what the hell happened.
I went to a girl because my baby daddy did me bogus. You feel me? So
Man,
It's a man's fault.
yeah, so I want to go back to find a man because I want the family, I want the foundation, I want one more kid. You feel me? But I don't
How many
like
kids you got?
But I knew that
how many kids you got?
I have one. I have a son.
Okay.
It's just me and my son. I don't deal with my baby daddy. But I felt like I wanted to say that because for 8 years I've been trying to get away from her, and you feel me? Y'all get intimidated out here by a fucking woman.
Nah.
So it makes y'all weak to me.
It just
Real
make us
shit.
think
It
like,
real-
do you know how to treat?
Man, you get the fuck up out of here with that. Intimidated by what? I mean, y'all let y'all. I mean, these guys are much better men than me. Shut your dumb ass up. Like I'm gone.
Treat a man.
I know what I want. That's why I came here.
I know what I want.
She here to find
If
love.
I knew it, that I really wanted to still be with my girl.
All right, let's
Watch
take it
your
down.
mouth.
Let's take
Real
it down.
shit.
Hold
Don't
on,
get
hold on.
disrespectful. I went to a girl because my baby daddy did me.
That went south. She said she already blew it when she had the first kid without getting married. So she want she want it now, and men are so intimidated they won't talk to her. Blah blah blah. I don't know, man. In some cases, the problem might be you. So, all right. So, yeah, I'd have been out of it. Don't give me no fucking balloon. And then like look at it, man. She wearing the little shirt, she showing the little side cheek and all this other stuff, man. She letting y'all know it's just come get it. And you niggas is like, nah, I'd rather play video games and shit like that, because so anyway, all right. So that's it for me, man. I'm finna get up out of here. Chaos Rain. He is everybody. Macbone and Andre 420. Thanks for gracing the panel with your thoughts and words, and always a good thing at time to hear black men speak. I guess I was also quite entertained. I mean, I don't know if you can tell by the tone that I was using, but yeah, that'll be it. This was an interesting show, and tune in tomorrow night. Talking about the context of WS, and yeah, it's good to be here. Speaking with you guys once again. Chaos Rain dropped the link. It's a link he wants you to check out, and that is it, y'all. Long live the habitual line steppers. Have a good week. Peace.